Hey everybody, and welcome to another Arma 3 Warhammer 40k video. Today we are taking another look at the alpha build of the mod, which was kindly provided by the creators of the There's Only a War mod team. And if you want the public version of this mod, you can find that in the description down below. Also, last time I forgot to tell you that you are free to join their Discord to keep up to date to any updates to the mod or new releases. So the link to the Discord will also be in the description down below, so feel free to head on over there and to check it out. So today we will focus on the Skitarii units that were added, and very, very cool because the Skitarii are some units that definitely deserve some love. And there had been another Warhammer mod out there that had a few units there, or maybe actually one, and I'm glad to see a great variety of these in this alpha build. So we have the Rangers with their weapons, which I never actually realized until I got a good look at them, but the way they were designed really reminds me of World War II weaponry. But it's not just the Rangers, and also we have a Tech Priest here. Very, very cool. We also have the Vanguard, and look at how great these look. I love their armor, love their weapons. Again, this one looks like a carbine. I think it actually even is called a carbine when you play as this unit. Their plasma weapons are also really, really powerful. And what I would like to attend you to is to check the sound when we play, because these weapons sound incredible. One tiny thing I added though, because they don't come with the sort of like the masks, you know, with the blue eyes. So I put, just for sort of like visual reference, I put a Chaos Cultist mask on there. So a little bit of heresy there on my part, but don't tell the Commissar and we'll be fine. We'll be playing today against the Orks. Last time we of course did the Orks against the Devastators, the Space Marine Devastators. I chose a different faction this time, but pretty much all of the units are the same. We actually have the Luda as well somewhere. Here he is. We also have the Burner Boys. Last time, of course, we had some issues with the AI. The creators actually said why the AI is not really using that. The range at which they use the Burner Boys or the Flamethrowers needs to be very close, whereas a player can use it from afar, so usually they won't use it until you're very, very close, but by chances it's likely that they are already dead by then. We have around 200 units in this battle, so it might get a little bit laggy in the beginning, but it will fix itself out, and hopefully we'll get to play as a great variety of these awesome units. Let's check it out. Alright, let's hope we make the Machine God proud today. I'll actually increase the volume just a little bit, because like I said, these weapons sound incredibly cool. First of the Orks are already spotted over there in the distance, so the first shots will soon be exchanged. Oh, I think I actually got killed by a Luda there. Or it might have actually been one of our own team. Let's actually switch to one of the Skitarii, Vanguard. I was a little bit quiet at that point just because I wanted you guys to hear those awesome, awesome sounds of the weapons. It was also very cool to see the increased particle effects that they use. Especially, again, we have a pretty broad front line, or a wide front line. It's cool to actually hear the sounds of the weapons echo throughout the city. Oh! The plasma shots actually send the orcs flying, and what it also results in, which is a really cool detail, is the smoke that lingers for a bit. So you might think that the enemy has thrown smoke grenades, but that's actually not the case. What that is the impact from the plasmas, and we'll actually see if we can be a plasma ourselves. I can actually show you then. Again, love the particle effects. Makes it seem like a super, super powerful weapon. Which, of course, since it's a plasma weapon, it is. That actually ricocheted. Oh, look at that. That sent that orc flying. Really, really fun.
Rifleman, 100 meters, right. Reloading.
Shoulder, 200 meters, front.
They are actually very, very powerful. During playtesting, I can confirm we have an even amount of units on both sides, but the Skitarii are absolutely kicking the ass of the Orks. There you go. Love the flying. Ooh! A good green skin, or the only good green skin, is a flying green skin. We might do this battle twice. I actually wanted to also maybe play as the Orks to give it a little bit more of an oomph, but since we're dominating so much, I cannot really play with the various Skitarii units. So what I might do for the second battle, I will add more Orks to see how that will impact the battle, because trust me, we are absolutely dominating this whole battle. Look at that, the ricocheting of the plasma is crazy.
4, 3, engage that man. Front, do not fire.
Engaging.
Also, of course, I talked earlier, or in the last video, about the mini campaign that I made. Hopefully this weekend, me and my friends will start recording it, and then maybe in the first episode will be up in 2 weeks. Next week, we'll do another mod update video. We will then have the Devastators, so the heavy weaponry with the Space Marines, and put them against the vehicles to see how that looks. Look at these Orks. Look at this Ork graveyard. They stand no chance. No chance. And so we pretty much have won this. Might be a few Orks, you know, throughout the thing, but I just want to get a damage assessment or a damage report on how many of us were killed, you know, a short assessment. As you can see, we got a few dead here, but I'm not kidding in that some of these were killed by friendly fire. Because one of the strangest things that I saw were like plasma hits at our side. There's actually someone there with a plasma that was killed. But yeah, you can only see like a handful were killed on our side there. Whereas there must have been 20 dead Orks at that side.
4, regroup.
No trace of a plasma, so might have been by a very good Ork hit there. But yeah, a few dead, but nothing too special. So let's do this again. I will add a lot more Orks, and let's see if that actually changes the game. Alright guys, here we are. I have added 50 more Orks on their side. So let's see what that does. It'll be a little bit laggier than the previous battle, but again, don't worry. As people will die on both sides, the lag will fix itself. Very, very curious. That point right there is sort of a choke point, so I made sure not to all put them, you know, in the middle. It'll get me a chance to play again as the Ranger. Again, love the look of the weapon. Definitely also want to get my hand on one of the carbines. Ooh, sweet Jesus. See, look at that. That's from one of our weapons. I don't know what the AI is doing there. Absolutely adore the particle effects and the destruction. Really, really cool. It'll be really cool, too, to actually play against the Skitarii and make sure that the AI has, like, 100% skill and accuracy. You know, to make them have that dead aim. Since they're, like, mechanically enhanced. As you can see, 2 hits is enough to take down an orc. I'm glad it's not 1. Oh, God. There we go. Another green skin down. Getting a lot of plasma around me. Let's take a look on the main road. Oh, there we have some burner boys. Oh, beautiful shot. The machine god guides me. Oh! I got him first, but then he went flying. Yeah, look at that. All of those plasma hits make it to where none of the orcs can survive that. Maybe, you know what, we'll do another battle. And we'll play as the orcs. See if we can do some damage in the Skitarii, because boy, oh boy, they dominate. And again, they definitely die, but I think most of the damage is done by Arma's funky AI. Shit. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The reloading sound also is just amazing. It's weird because it's something that gets overlooked quite a bit in these mods, because usually we talk about how cool the models look or how cool the weapons are to use. But sound, especially in Warhammer 40k, is such an important factor. And again, gotta give it props for whoever is responsible in the team for these sounds. They're great. Especially that fan-made movie, Astartes, was very famous and liked by the community, not only for the awesome animation. Hold on, I will be a regular Vanguard. Yeah, because this was the weapon. So this is actually a full auto weapon, which is very interesting. Looks also very much, like I said, like, you know, 40s, 50s weapons. And with these circular enhancements, it really makes it look like alien technology from the 50s. You know, this looks like a weapon you will find in Fallout. But anyway, to come back to the Astartes one, so it was not only like for awesome animations and just badass, being a badass video, but the sound, oh god, was something that was really liked. And I believe that the original video was then taken off of YouTube because, of course, the creator was actually hired by Workshop Games, which is very cool. I mean, I think that's like a dream come true for someone who's that passionate about Warhammer. But they apparently made a new version, and from what I understand, there's a few people that prefer the older one because of the sounds.
soldiers. 75 meters. North. Front.
It's really cool, and I'm actually always very happy to see this mod be updated with units other than the Space Marines. And don't get me wrong, the Space Marines are absolutely awesome and fantastic. I mean, I love the Space Marines as much as anyone else, and you know, they're the poster boys of Warhammer. But there's so much more than just Space Marines that I'm always happy when that gets love as well. Somebody actually made a great... I watched a video, I don't remember who it was, but they talked about one of the crappier Warhammer 40k games. And they said that as long as you have Space Marines on the cover, you can sell a few copies, even if the game is crap. Just because Space Marines are so cool that people will buy it anyway if you have the Space Marines on there. And I gotta agree. You know, if you see Space Marines, you at least want to check it out.
Soldier, 100 meters to the right of us.
And as you can see, we absolutely dominated the Orks once more.
Fire at that soldier. Left.
Made it all the way here. So yeah, people, oh, look at this choke point right here. I'm also not going to fight necessarily there when I'm playing as an Orc. Maybe over here, see if I can get some shots down the main road. Because of course, a lot of the Skitarii are concentrated on there as well. But yeah, you can see the amount of dead. Sort of the same, even less, I would say, than the previous battle. So that's absolutely insane. Really powerful units, as they of course should be. You know, they should have perfect aim according to the lore. But yeah, very, very cool. Alright guys, let's do one final battle where we are the greenskins and see if we can take down Skitarii. Alright guys, here we are as the Orks. I added 20 more Orks in this battle. So maybe that'll make a little bit of a difference. I will not be switching to third person. There's like a thing. It's been like since the public version where it replaces the head that you have in the you know, campaign or your profile with the one you have here. So you will see a human head on my my Orc, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, this here is the choke point. We can actually get to see it now from the other side. They are already opening fire. First hits are in. I'm just going to spray a little bit. I mean, accuracy with these Orc weapons, not possible. There I went. Orc Boy 3, sure. I'm right there. Ooh. Might be a good idea to wait until they're a little bit closer. What's really cool too is, you know, all of these Skitarii are still playable, so we can actually see, if I switch characters, how many are still left. That main road is an absolute death sentence. We'll go attack them here. Might actually even be better for an Orc to actually aim like this. Oh, there I went. This will be Luda. Luda's also, of course, very inaccurate. Find my bearing. Okay, I'm on the other side here. Oh. I love how inaccurate this thing is. Again, it'll be very annoying. I think a lot of people might be annoyed by it, but man, it fits the orcs so well. They just run and like, whoa! And they just hope that they will fire something or their bullets will hit something. This is going to be absolute suicide what I'm doing here because I'm on the main road, but I just want to... I have 2,000 bullets. There you go. Got 2 kills in there. This is the final Luda that I can switch to. Let's actually get away from the main road. Ugh, all these bushes. Ugh, don't kill me.
Contact! 200 meters front! Man! 100 meters front!
Oh, Jesus. Well, I think I got him back. That was a plasma one, too. I'm very surprised I survived that. How about a knob? Yeah, last time we actually did not have a chance to play around with this weapon a whole lot. Ooh. I have a feeling that we orcs are now... We're having a bit more of a long-standing defense, but we are still getting our asses kicked. As you can see, there are still a lot of Skitarii left. We have 5 units left that we can switch to. This one's hurt. I don't even know where I am. I think I'm on the right flank. Die, please. There we go. That worked. Oh! Sidestep. I think this video definitely showcases that the Skitarii are here to stay. And yeah, hopefully we'll see more of the Mechanicus in the updates as well. Oh. And I think this is the final one. Yep, this is the final orc we can be. Let's see. Will he do some heroic actions for his clan? I doubt it, but we'll see. Very surprised that there were so many dead orcs there, yet there's no one from the Mechanicus in here. It's gone quiet too. Oh. Nice. Okay, well, I got him. At least this orc got one enemy. Two enemies. Oh. One thing that's actually a really cool side effect of having the orc weapons be so inaccurate is that if you do a scenario that's sort of like a, oh my god, like a D-Day thing, a lot of the tracers will fly by you, making it very epic. Let's actually again, there are no enemies left. Oh, I have no weapons at all. Oh, there we go. Alright guys, that was the video. I hope you guys liked it. Definitely am a big fan of these new units. Again, they will be added in a future update. The link in the description down below goes to the public version. That one has, or that version also has a ton of units you can play around with, like Space Marines, Krieg soldiers, Orks, Necrons, you name it. So definitely take a look there. And next week we'll return to the alpha build and see what the Space Marines can do against vehicles. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.